Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I'm showing off King's Haven. There is a playtest available on Steam right now if you want to go check it out for yourself. This is a roguelike deck builder, but it's less about a 1v1 battle, and you're building together these synergies. So off on the side here I have food, which is limiting the amount of these I can play, and each one of these will have different effects. Right now is daytime, and at nightfall it'll deal damage to the bush lurker, the boss over here. I only have about 4 nights before they advance towards the kingdom on wake. So when played, +2 gold, and at nightfall we'll add food. And you can see food is used for playing cards. You gain 5 food at the start of each day and can store up to 5 unused food for the next day. The jailer banishes a citizen, which puts them away in a separate deck. So I don't want that right now. I'm not going to mess with it. I'll get my damage dealing knights on the board. I'll ring the bell to draw one more. 0 cost farmer, we'll draw that. But the bell goes up each time, so I can't afford it. I have 1 food left over. We'll end the day. At nightfall, I gain that food, 3 attacks, and the kingdom itself does 5 damage. The cards are cleared off the board, and we have a next phase where we can draft. Then we will return to that same battle. So rather than like defeating an enemy and moving on, you are just trying to grind through a specific enemy before time runs out. So the street sweeper, wake, discard your hand, draw a card for each card discarded. The rancher, on wake, invite a sheep, and on nightfall 5 gold for every sheep on the field. And the scout, discover a citizen in your deck to draw. If you have 2 or fewer cards in your hand, do it again. That's not going to be very important in this early phase of the game, but the scout is really useful. So you can see I carried that food over. I had 1 left over just from not spending it, and I generated 2 more from the farmers I had played. Brought me up to 3, plus 5 for a new day, so I get to start today with 8. Just so you kind of understand where that's all coming from. So now, if I play the scout, I will get to choose a card I want to draw, and because I had 2 or fewer cards in my hand, I get to do it twice, so it saves from needing to ring the bell. And now I know I only have the 1 card left to draw, and it's the jailer, who I don't really want. There are so many synergies where banishing a card is good, but I don't want it right now. So instead I'm just going to stockpile my food a bunch. I'll end the day, get a few attacks in. I should be able to defeat it the next day, and I have 2 more. I have 2 more days to defeat it. But hopefully here I can start building a little bit more of a synergy. We've seen the rancher. The pig costs 4. When you discard a card, +1 food. This one's tough. It's tough to make use of because it's hard to even get it on the field to begin with. And a cockroach, on death, invite a cockroach, then draw 3 cards, which then deal damage. So I could do this, but then I need a way to kill things. Death is its own effect that I would need to find how to layer together. Same thing with the sheep here. You can kill it for food, or it just is useful for gold. I'm going to do the rancher. I'm just going to do it. It's a good way to farm some gold. It has its uses. Scout to draw some things. Sure, I'll get the rancher out right away. And guarantee a knight as well for a little bit more attack. So, the sheep has been invited, which means it's now available to be drawn. I will play it on the field. Drew the jailer, who's not really what I wanted. So that's fine. All I had left was a farmer. Would have been nice, but I'll make do. And it was still enough to kill the bush lurker. So, at the end here, 1 day left, which means I get 63 gold and 1 blood gem. The usefulness of those resources will be apparent in just a moment. But we still have the end of day draft. So, Cupid, action. So this is something you're choosing. You choose Cupid, and then you choose who you're applying the action to. Choose a citizen, invite a copy of them to your deck. At nightfall, banish self for 8 days. Would be really cool. I don't have anyone I really want a copy of. The wasp can be fun. On wake, deal 2 damage, apply 1 poison, and add a wasp. So if you are generating a lot of food, you can generate a lot of wasps. Snake oil salesman. Wake, if you have poison applied, draw 2 cards and reduce the cost of a random card in your hand to 0. But I don't have poison. I don't really think I have anything I need to be making clones of. I'm just going to choose the wasp. Funny enough, the wasp itself could choose poison. Because I finished a day early, I get to go through 2 nightfall cycles. So this is just the second day of that completed season. The second skipped day. So, jack of all trades. Wake, action, and nightfall gain gold, food, and deal damage. Action, deal 2 damage for every human on the field. Most of my citizens are humans. You can see these 2 are creatures. The fortune teller, discard up to 3 cards, gain a random tarot for each card discarded. I'm going to do the ballista. The jack of all trades is fun. It can be fun. Do I want that? No, I'll do the ballista. Try it out. A disappearance in the woods. So, as the sun was starting to set, 3 of your citizens decided to go out hunting a bear they had spotted. The hunt went wrong and the bear started chasing the 3 citizens. They ran as fast as they could, not looking back. When they got home, they realized one of the citizens was missing, which took a wrong turn in the forest. So I'm losing this character, whoever it is. So I'm going to lose a sheep. I don't want to lose the scout. I'm iffy about losing a rancher. The sheep, I can just make more sheep. So that sucks. I would have rather have lost the jailer because I don't really have a use for them, but you know, it's something. Now, this city builder element, which is at the end of a season. So we had those 4 nights, completed it in like 2, technically the 3rd, played out the last 2 nights. Now it's the end of a season and we get to do the city building side, which is where you're spending your gold. So pasture, daybreak, summon a pig, a horse, or 2 sheep at random. The atelier, daybreak, draw 2 cards. That can be pretty handy. And blood gems, we don't have enough for this. When you summon a citizen, summon a copy of them. Pretty amazing. Every single one, that scales up like crazy. Drawing extra cards or having an extra pig, horse, or 2 sheep. I like that. But drawing extra cards, as simple and mundane as that is, it's like very useful. So we could re-roll, but odds are we find something that costs 46. Very slim, so I think I just got to move on. So, you can see those extra 2 draws happened. So now, this guy has 90 health. He doesn't have any abilities. Later in the game, you start fighting enemies that have abilities. He kind of just exists as a slightly deeper damage sponge than the last one we saw. Let me get all the knights on the field. The wasp will deal damage, apply poison, and draw another wasp. But I'm going to try and draw other cards first. So I discover and draw. If you have 2 or fewer in your hand, do it again. So I'll do this and draw the ballista. Okay, I wasn't sure if adding the ballista would bring me up to 3 and then not trigger it, but if you're at 2 at the time of using the scout, then you get to do both. So I'm gonna grab the rancher, get him on the field. He also counts as a human for the sake of the ballista. And you know what? I'm just going to chuck some wasps on the field. I could have rang the bell, but then that would have used up. Like, I could have gotten lucky and drawn the farmer and played it. If I drew the sheep, I couldn't do anything, so I might as well just draw the wasps. The ballista, 2 damage for every human on the field. It would maybe be useful if the game then just said, you know, you currently have 7 humans, and then told me 14 damage. Like, do the math for me. Make it convenient. But yeah, you activate that. Fires off all those attacks. End the day. The poison will trigger. I think doing... and the knights haven't even attacked yet. So that's not bad. Dealing nearly half of its damage in the first night. I feel pretty good about that. Hopefully we can find some synergies here. Elusive. When the citizen is discarded, play it instead. Action, add 5 kunai to your hand. They're unplayable. When it's discarded, deal damage. So you really want to have kind of a discard build going already to lean into with that. Nightfall, -5 gold, or you can banish him to gain gold. So kind of a funny thing to pair with the jailer, or I could just use the jack of all trades, and I think I'm gonna do that. Strange experiment. An unusual looking traveler came by our city walls riding a caravan. An assortment of potions and medical equipment was hanging off the side. Assortment might be 2 S's. I'm uncertain. He was running experiments on fusing citizens into one form. Which citizens volunteered to fuse? So this will just create an abomination that has the traits of both. So having the sheep and the rancher is kind of just ironic, but also it means on Wake you would generate a sheep and gain 2 gold. But then it also removes the sheep from the pool of the Nightfall gold, so I don't know. I don't know how it works when both of them have an action. I'm not 100% certain about that one. I don't know how those actions layer. So let's find out. I think it just means both will trigger. I think this just is 2 cards in one. It's not like how those triggers occur has changed. It's just you play 1 card and both things happen. For only 1 food. I think it takes the higher food cost of the fusion, but in that case they were both 1, so it just came out as 1. They entered the carriage, and after what felt like hours, the deed was done. It's pretty speedy, honestly. Out of the caravan came the most hideous-looking beast, resembling neither of the citizens that entered. Whether this was preferable to their previous state, they will not be able to articulate, but we will care for this new creature as any other. So a little something. I don't think we've achieved a perfect, crazy synergy of any kind really yet. But we'll keep messing around, keep pushing it. So, on Wake, gain gold, food, and deal 1 damage. Yeah, so the usual Jack things happened there. And if I activate it, that'll happen again. And I'll do the action of the ballista. So I definitely want to have more humans on the field before doing that. Farmer and Knight. And maybe I'll draw a Knight again. Yeah, got kind of lucky with that. That's like the most humans I could have had in the field. Maybe well, actually, you know what? Even though I'm not going to use the action, I only have the 1 food left anyways. And bring that in the field will trigger that 1 more time. And... oh yeah, and triggering him gained 1 food, of course. So there's nothing I want to banish. So I'm just going to move on with that. So 1 attack just from the jack of all trades there. We should kill this thing no problem this next turn. And usually, I think the first 2 seasons are pretty easy. It's usually after where it starts to scale up. Wake, for every knight on the field, deal 5 damage and add 1 food. Wake, deal 15 damage at Nightfall, restore 10 health. And Camper, if enemy has burn, gain 3 food. I love the idea of like you're roasting marshmallows on this monster. I'll do the Lieutenant. It's a little more costly with its food, but it's good to have. I will throw the sheep down. I'm not okay. I got a little lucky with the scout. Yes, I do want the Lieutenant. And sure, how about that? Okay, that was for the Knights. Well then, I think no matter what I do, I didn't draw the ballista. That's too bad, but I'll kill this thing pretty easily. So then I should have 2 days of rewards to claim again. 1 day left, 63 gold, 1 blood gem. Feeling pretty good about that. Sentry drone, reaction. So trigger an effect when another citizen uses their action. Deal 14 damage and shuffle this back in your deck. I have a couple of actions, not a ton. Summon 2 spiderlings. Nightfall, deal 3 damage, and the spiderlings themselves deal 2 damage. And reaction, deal 4 damage. You know, it's another human, so I can try and layer that with the ballista. A magical baker. A magical baker came through our doors today. With him, we had a piece of ordinary-looking bread. This is no ordinary bread I'm holding. This bread was baked with a dough so dense it will permanently satiate one's hunger. It's like the Lamba's bread. Is that Lord of the Rings? Kind of like that. Normally, this would cost you a fortune. It would cost you a fortune. But for today, I will provide a sample. Choose a citizen to reduce their food costs by 1 permanently. Oh my gosh, what happens if I do wasp? I have to do it. Weird spawning of some of the text there. I assume it will spawn a regular wasp. I assume it won't spawn a, like, clone of the 0 cost one, or else that would be instantly broken. Guard. Action, draw a card, discard up to 2 cards, deal 6 damage for each card discarded. The Scrap Collector. On Wake, add 2 random junk cards to your hand. Action, deal damage equal to the number of cards in your hand. Or action, kill a creature for food. I'm going to choose that because I've been spawning these sheep. And I already have 3 sheep in my deck, which I don't really need. And on death, they generate food. So I can try and play more things making use of the butcher. Let's see, the Ever-Flowing Fountain. If you draw a card while your deck is empty, shuffle a copy of every card in your full deck in your current deck and draw a card. Alliance. 4. Trigger a random adjacent landmark. An alliance, trigger an effect after adjacent landmark is triggered X times. So, after 4 daybreaks, this would trigger and it would re-trigger that. This works better when you have more buildings built. Kiosk. When you play a citizen that costs 3 or more, gain 1 food. None of these are good for me. I'm going to do a reroll. I don't want the greenhouse again. That sucks. On a reroll, cards should almost be excluded from reappearing because it's, and I can't afford that one. So maybe Watchtower. Daybreak. Discover a citizen in your deck to draw. You know what? Let's throw it down. And Demonic Offering. Daybreak. Trigger all adjacent landmarks. So this would trigger, then I would trigger it again. This would trigger, then I'd trigger it again. Okay. Homestead. Offer 2 blood gems. Trigger an effect when you return to your haven. This is my haven? Offer 2 blood gems. If you're unable, demolish a random... Oh, I have to offer blood gems to it. Demolish a random landmark and disable this effect for the season. Well, I think that's going to end up biting me in the butt because I'm not going to be able to generate enough blood gems. But I like the idea of it multi-triggering the other buildings. So I want to see that in action. So draw. That was the drawing, and then the discover. So let me sure I'll just draw that, whatever, and then I'll get a sheep on the field, and the hand is full. And now this spore spreader, Daybreak, shuffle 1 invasive fungi into your deck, increases each day. So it goes from 1 to 2 to 3. It scales up. It gets a little messy. Now, this is where the game gets fun. This is where I get to start being pretty aggressive with, like, chaining all this together. So I want to have those sheeps on the field. The gold is nice, sure, but I'm going to butcher 1 for the food. 1 wasp, and it generated a regular wasp, which makes sense. I think I expected that. I'm going to play the jailer not because I have a plan for him, but because I want fewer cards in my hand for the sake of the scout. The butcher is now going to butcher a sheep, which it goes into the graveyard specifically. I should have maybe looked at my food more closely. Oh yeah, because it's 3 for the sheep dying. Whoops. It's 3 for the sheep dying. And 3 for the action. So I maybe should have pushed that more. So now, scout down. Do I have more actions? Oh yeah, I forgot the ballista is in the abomination now. Sure, I'll choose the archer. And a knight, I guess. Ring the bell. So, knight down. Deal 5 damage and plus 1 food. for every night plus 1 food. So I think I would pay 2 and then add 3 more. Yeah, that's fantastic. That works out great. Now I will ring the bell again. I will play it just to draw a card. Got a farmer on the field. And now I'm going to banish the fungi. Not that it being here does anything, but it takes it out of my decks. That's still good, honestly. But then the archer. Oh, I haven't played the archer yet. The archer has a reaction of dealing damage. So I get the archer on the field. I banish. That is an action. The reaction from the archer is the attack. Now I have the abomination, which I did actively want. I have a lot of humans on the field. I'll get the rancher to generate another sheep, but also now he'll gain gold because I have a sheep on the field already. All I have left to draw are sheep, so I'm not worried about that. I will trigger this, which will be the jack of all trades. I'll just gain food, gold, and damage, but it'll also trigger the archer again and the ballista. So honestly, that was two action triggers. And I don't know if the archer reacted twice. Yeah, I actually don't know I didn't see. Now, I'm just going to layer together wasps because I can. There we go. This is where this starts to get meaty. Because now, I've done almost half this thing's health, and I haven't even ended the day yet. We'll have some regular attacks. I have 5 wasps that'll attack and do poison. Yeah, it's not going to be too out of control, but I still have a lot of different things that are going to trigger here. It skipped through a bunch of things. A lot of those didn't really have triggers. Hell yeah. Almost 2/3 of the health gone on the first night there. You see how things start to chain together a little bit? I could have another archer. I could have another jack of all trades. Trojan horse summon 3 random legendary citizens. Could be fun. I'm gonna do a second archer. Having 2 reactors on the field just seems quite fun. My hand's gonna fill up before I can properly make use of all this excess drawing of things. Yeah, hand is full again. Okay, how do I best navigate this? Okay. The archers are good to have in the field because they react to actions specifically, not like wake effects or things like that. Let me get the knights on the field. If I can get more knights, that'd be good. I will get a sheep down specifically so I can butcher it, and then those guys will attack once each. I will play the scout. The abomination's great. I definitely want that. And I think that's my last knight. So with my last knight is now the best time to play the lieutenant. Get the abomination on the field. There's for every human on the field. So yeah, I should hold off because there is a chance I can end up drawing extra. That didn't go so well, did it? Well, I guess I'll just play you. And now I trigger you. Lots of attacks. But now, end of the day here, there should be enough between my attacks and poisons and everything to finish it off. This is going really well. I'm very pleased with this. The worst part of it is I did get 2 blood gems. I'm really lucky. That went well enough that I ended it quickly enough to still gain 2 blood gems. I didn't think I would, and I'm stoked about it because I didn't want to lose out on that. Phoenix, wake, apply 7 burn, death, return to ashes. And then ashes are ephemeral, and as a reaction can resurrect the phoenix. Crazy chaining potential there. Bloodthirst, trigger an effect when another citizen dies, and on nightfall, kill a citizen. I still don't have good things for discarding. I don't think I do. I don't think I have anything built around discarding. I know he himself discards, but he needs to be... When the citizen is discarded, play it instead. Ah, so you don't have to do that. That's just one version. I'll do the vampire. The vampire is fun. Why not? Ooh, do I just go really crazy hard on drawing things? I think I do. And it still counts as a human to feed into the ballista. Right, I have 3 knights. Holy cow. Okay. That we have the rancher, mailman, select a citizen, add a copy of them, and a letter to your hand. It's unplayable. When it's discarded, draw 2 cards. Really cool discard potential combos there. The barbarian costs 2. When it wakes, it deals damage and lowers the food cost of another citizen. So, I think there should probably be an animation of like this, like glowing and the blood gems flying to it and everything, just to really make sure the player doesn't miss out on that. Blacksmith, Daybreak, gain 1 strength, which just means all sources of damage except poison deal extra, and Nightfall, trigger 3 random citizen wake effects. I can build each of those. I'm going to throw down the blacksmith for sure. And yeah, most of my wake effects are nothing crazy. A lot of them are just gain gold. But he has a really good wake effect. The ballista, oh, it's an action, not a wake. This is still, there's potential for some cool stuff there. And just to look at it, Nightfall, consume a citizen. If it has Nightfall, add its Nightfall. What? Consume a citizen if it has Nightfall. And Nightfall trigger an effect when you end the current day. Right. Add its Nightfall to this landmark. Cool. Okay, that's really neat. I love seeing how some of those buildings start getting covered in snow and stuff. The way that's presented is really fun. As you may have noticed, there isn't currently music in the game. I probably should have said that right away. I just kind of got right into things. The developer's working on it. It'll be ready in time. We'll make sure it's available for at least the demo. Might not be ready for this playtest when it goes live, but the demo for sure. Yeah, Barbarian. All right, how do I want to line this up? So I did like having the archers down first. There's my strength addition. I definitely want... You're 0 cost. Reduce the cost of a random card in your hand to 0. I just don't want it to apply to the wasp. So I guess we'll see what happens. The abomination got it. The abomination's sick. I'm not mad about that at all. The vampire is undead. Doesn't count as human. Its own thing. Deal 10 damage when another citizen dies. But I don't even have the butcher right now, so I wouldn't be able to make proper use of that. Let's scout some things out. Most of my knights are still in my hand. Damn. Then I'm going to choose the farmer first. The butcher. But I didn't end up with a sheep. But I could butcher a wasp if I needed to. I'm going to ring a bell once. Farmer, wasp, butcher. You have the ballista, so that's already in decent shape. I guess I don't want to ring the bell, since I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm going to butcher the wasp. And then, actually, what I'm going to do... I was going to banish the butcher, but it's for 3 days. That's quite rough, actually. I could banish a wasp, but all it does is draw. I'd have to pay 2 food. Let's try it. I'm going to banish this wasp clone. So nothing actually ends up in the banished because it wasn't like a real wasp. So now I don't need to... Ooh, do you know what I can do, though, actually? Yes. Sheep on the field, vampire on the field. Trigger our abomination. Oh, yeah, and this. Nightfall, paralyze 2 random citizens, banishing them for the rest of the season. It's actually very brutal. It sucks. And, you know, one more wasp play for the poison. Yeah. So, not a ton of things that actually do nightfall damage. The vampire will kill the sheep, deal extra damage. And I get to draw something? Why? Oh, because I think nightfall trigger 3 random citizen wake effects. That kind of just ended up turning through my cards. That wasn't that helpful as it played out. Executioner, action, kill a citizen, but Bloodthirst, draw a card. You just get to keep killing things over and over again. But you only get to use each action once. Kill a citizen to draw a card. It's not that good. It doesn't... For a 3 cost? Not that good. Trigger another citizen action. That's useful for the Abomination and for the Archers. So yeah, let's get the Butcher right away. And do I have any Scout? I don't. So let's get a Scout drawn. So Archer on the field. I don't think I want 3 sheep on the field, but I might end up doing it. It's silly, it's excessive, but I'm doing it. Ooh. That's an action, so something you choose to do. Please reduce the lieutenant to 0. Yes. Okay, that's sick. Now, you were going to kill a sheep for some food. And Archer reacts. Scout... definitely want another Archer. And another Scout. That works out really well. So, another Archer on the field. And play another Scout. Now the Abomination, which I definitely want. And... do I want the Vampire? I could make you just kill more sheep. I do have 2 sheep on the field. Yes, I do want the Vampire. So, Abomination on the field. Vampire. It is worth ringing the bell. Not necessarily who I wanted, but it's fine. Yeah, and I'll still be able to play the Lieutenant. He'll only trigger for 1 night, but that's fine. I will trigger the Abomination. I could also instead use the Parrot to use the Butcher again, but instead I'm going to trigger the Abomination again. Because of the Ballista effect. There it is. There's the combo I was looking for. Hell yeah. That's huge, actually. Huge to the point that I think it broke the game? Oh, I just haven't ended the day. Yeah, that's all it is. I just haven't... There's further overkill to be done here. Right, and now you're going to eat a sheep, even though it's not necessary. The graveyard is littered with sheep. Some things are triggering here that are not needed at all, thanks to, like, the watchtower and stuff. That went really well. And I get 2 blood gems again, so I'm in really good shape from that side of things as well. Ooh, baby. Okay. Now what am I trying to do here? Wake, deal damage, death, 12. Yeah, I want that. I didn't even read the other ones, but there are things I can do with that for sure. Draw a creature from your deck. On Nightfall, deal 3 damage for each creature. Yeah, let's do the Hunter. There should be 1 more. I can do another Hunter. Wake and Bloodthirst apply 4 poison. Nightfall, 2 gold for every human in the graveyard. None of those are humans. Vendor, wake minus gold for plus food. Yeah, I think an extra way of gaining food feels useful. A shadowy figure approaches you as you were heading home tonight. You can't make out a face, but a big grin shines through the night. They hold something red and shiny in their hands. Come, buy as many as you like. I can always make more. Ooh. Leave. I happen to have enough blood gems, and maybe I should be like investing ahead a little bit, but I kind of want the money as well. As you turn to walk away, you feel a chill running down your spine. You turn around to find they've completely vanished. Let's see what we got this time around. Love the transition to spring for year 2. Photo booth. Take a photo of your remaining hand. Daybreak, draw the photograph citizens. When a citizen's banished, deal 10 damage. And Steam Train, whenever you apply burn, draw a card. None of those are, I'm not feeling any of them. When you play a citizen, draw another of the same citizen from your deck. Once per citizen per day. Huge. The Volcano, not Volcano, apply 1 burn, repeat this effect for each adjacent landmark you've demolished, currently 0. Daybreak, if it is the last day of the season, draw 3 cards. I'm going to do the Arc. I have a lot of duplicates, and done so rather intentionally, and so we should be able to do some kind of useful, cool things with that. So, what all am I trying to do here? Okay, shuffle 1 rock in your deck. Increases each day. The rock is unplayable. When it's discarded, there's a half chance to gain 3 gold. I'm going to play the archers. The arc is when playing. So if I play a farmer, I'll draw a farmer and I have another one to play. Perfect. When I play this knight, I'll draw another knight. And I can only do that the once, but you know, that works out really, really well. Okay, now I gotta start deciding. So, Rancher. Ooh, I don't want to play both of those. Not yet, I don't think. I will butcher you right away, though. So I want the Scout for added draws. Hard to turn down the Abomination. Man. Let's get the Parrot so that I can trigger the Butcher again if I need to. So yeah, another Scout on the field. Now the Lieutenant would be good. And the extra food. So I have all my knights on the field. So that'll all trigger. I'll play the Vendor for some extra food. Ring the bell a couple times. I'll get the Poison Dart Frog out there. Draw a creature, so that's just going to end up being the sheep. Now how do I want to wrangle this? I kind of do want the vampire. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reactivate the Butcher, which activated the archers, which then using him should activate the archers. And yeah, that's what I wanted, because I just want the food and the hopes of getting vampire. So it's not going to work out because I'll ring the bell. I'll be down to 1 food no matter what I draw. If I drew the jailer, I'd be fine, but it's not going to work out. So for where what do I have? For each sheep on the field, gain 5. So I could play this for 7 gold. Or I could hope to draw one of those. If I drew the jailer, then it would make the ballista do more. I'll play the sheep. And I guess I'll ring the bell to see what happens. You know what? I should have stockpiled. I should have just stockpiled the food. There was not a good reason to do that when I really think about it. Oh, but because I triggered that, it had the Jack of all trades, which gained a food, which means I can play the vampire. I was planning that all along. That worked out perfectly. So not a ton of damage across those individuals there. There weren't that many creatures, so this guy doesn't trigger that many times. Like, it's, again, it would be nice if it did the math for me, but it's basically the parrot and the frog, I think. But now on death, apply 12 poison. So that was something I was kind of trying to make happen that whole time. But now I only get to use that card once, unless I can get something here that's like bring cards back from the grave, which that does exist. I just don't have it. Invited copy. No, 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 no. The sentry drone's not bad. I'll add it. I could have skipped. Maybe I should have skipped. I don't know. Parrot is good. I will add the parrot. The vendor opens up some options nicely. We have a lot of rocks all of a sudden, though. That's no good. Oh, I must not have... I didn't draw a farmer? Did I just not have the space, I guess? Too bad. Sheep. The butcher for sure. Hunter. But there's no creatures left to draw, so that was kind of nothing. Too bad. Get a second night. Yep, get the extra food going. One more sheep. Scout it out. Ooh, I'll be able to play both archers that way. Yeah, through the second one. Scout one more time. Reaction, yes, that's good. I want that. I'm going to do the barbarian. And I'm then going to butcher my first sheep. You make one of these things cost 0. Nice, I'll take it. That's fine. Do I want you out there? Maybe I don't this time. I don't know if I necessarily want to kill anything. I don't have like an excess of sheep anymore. Oh, I killed the regular wasp. I don't have the regular wasp anymore. I don't think I realized I had done that. That's maybe not the best. Oh, I don't have the abomination still. Ooh. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. All right, I'm re-triggering the butcher. And you are butchering the sheep because I need that food. Re-triggers the archers. And I swear one other thing. Oh, the sentry drone. The sentry drone attacked and went back into my draw pile. Oh, I'm not going to get at the abomination, which pretty severely limits the amount of damage I'm going to do here, which is too bad. I don't think there's anything I'm willing to outright kill with the vampire. No, this won't be my craziest trigger here, but I think I just got to take it. Hopefully on the next one. This is just goofy end of day stuff triggering, not helpful because now it's all just going to get discarded. Yeah, triggering the drawing cards wake effects should maybe not do anything. I don't know. It's kind of like not. It's distracting. Discard your hand and redraw. Deal 3 damage twice. Deal 3 more for every other wolf and sheep on the field. Let's try the Street Sweeper. Now I do draw an absolute insane amount of cards, so it could actually be pretty majorly useful. Yeah, Butcher. I have too many of those now. That's gotten out of hand very, very suddenly. Oh, wait. Play 1 archer. I don't get why that's not triggering. When you play a citizen, draw another of the same from your deck. Which, I think something wrong is happening there. Because I think the game is registering that I'm at my hand limit, but it's not calculating that I just went down by 1. And therefore have room to draw another. So if I play this farmer, yeah, I think that's what's happening. And I'm kind of getting a little bit punished for it, which is too bad. Definitely want the abomination down. Sentry drone, trigger that soon enough. Barbarian, not what I was looking for, but if I get you on the field, you still contribute to this, so I might as well. I have 1 sheep to draw, so hopefully I do. There we go, yeah. I'll ring you up again. Yeah, I think it's still worth it. In the hopes I draw something good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because now I can trigger you just shy, but I can trigger you again. Pretty Pretty slick combo. Not the smoothest, not as smooth as like the last round or anything, but hey, I'll take it. That's still a dead stone snail. So good for me. Peace in our kingdom. Only 1 blood gem. That's gonna sting. If I get lucky and get that event again, then I can get away with it, but not looking good. Banish 2 citizens for 1 day only. Plus 3 gold, draw 3 cards. Cultist, draw a card for each cultist on field. If you have 4 other cultists, kill them all and invite Elder Beast, which summon all creatures from your deck, trigger their wake, action, nightfall, and death effects. Wild. Not going to build towards that right now. A loose brick. Walking past the castle wall, a brick falls and lands next to you. You look up and see a few more loose-looking bricks. Someone could get seriously injured if you don't maintain the building. I assume if I ignore it, a random building will crumble or something. When you discard a card, draw a card. Ooh. Cockroach with some death effects, like the vampire, can be fun. So let me play around with that. Oh, thank goodness I don't have those rocks anymore. That was temporary. Homestead. Explain to me Homestead again. Trigger an effect when you return to your haven. Is that not here? Offer 2 blood gems if you're unable to demolish a random landmark. Oh, yeah. It just, there wasn't much of an effect to show that. The blacksmith got destroyed. So I think I would really want the game. Was it the blacksmith? Yeah, it was. I would want the game to really emphasize that properly. Like, show it happen. Pull the card out and, like, crumble it. Visually sink it into the ground. Different things to, like, show that that happened. I think I might want that again. When you draw 5 cards, deal 15 damage. I do that a lot. Ooh. Is that 60 or 68? That's 68. I'm so close to being able to afford both. 15 is good. But +1 to everything. Like the ballista, getting that +1 is like massive. Oh man, yeah, losing that sucked, and now I can't get the shooting range. It would have been fantastic to have both. I assume the shooting range would benefit from that. What do I do? Okay, I don't have a farmer yet. So it kind of makes sense, I think, to draw the first of something. Oh, I didn't trigger. Oh. Disable this effect for the season. Damn. So I think there maybe should be a marker on here in some way showing that this is not active. Too bad. There was some crazy amazing synergies that I'm now no longer gonna get. But it means my hand size isn't maxed out, so I can just start playing some of this stuff. I have 2 hunters, don't I? No, maybe I only have the 1. And what are you doing? Shuffle a healing totem into your deck. Increases each day. And the healing totem, autoplay, wake, restore 15 health to the enemy. That's kind of brutal. Do I have more than 1 rancher? I don't think I do. Barbarian makes something cost 0. Not the card I wanted that to happen to. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I'll live. Cockroach on the field. Scout. Draw the other scout. I want to draw 1 of the archers. The abomination. Those are good things to have on the field. Get the butcher down. You will butcher the cockroach. Invite a cockroach and draw 3 cards. And it triggers the archers. I think I will play the vendor for the food. I'll play the knights that I trigger that extra draw. The lieutenant, sure. And the parrot, I guess. I don't think this will be perfect. But I could try to draw some of that stuff. Maybe I do. Maybe I get the parrot down and then redraw some things. So now I got the cockroach, another knight on the field. And I could... Who do I trigger again? Well, you... I should probably trigger the abomination twice. Not my most craziest combo. Maybe it is. That's actually pretty good. That went all right. What am I talking about? I'll do this in case I draw the farmer. That was the risk. Obviously, that was the risk, but I had to try it. I don't know where this will go at the end of the day either. I'm kind of have my eye on this specifically. It just goes back into my draw pile, and presumably the boss will generate another one. So I'm wary. I'm wary of that. Wake, deal 5 damage and draw a card. Or another jack of all trades. Sure. I'll add a spearman. I don't even know anymore. Barbarian. Sure. Oh, two total. No, it's not like I have 3 of them. Yeah, okay. I'll play the barbarian. I'm just curious what thing would get reduced. So I can play a knight. I'll draw more knights. Oh, the spearman. I wasn't even thinking there. I weirdly thought it was just another knight. Whoops. I don't think that'll get triggered by the lieutenant. Okay, that's good. That is actually good to have. But I didn't end up with anything that I can kill with the butcher, so I'm a little bit nervous about it actually. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of play a tiny bit risky here. Oh, I did not get what I was looking for. So I can get a couple farmers. I could kill a creature. Oh, so there's not even a valid selection. Wait, so I guess instead I'm banishing... I guess I'm banishing a farmer. Oh man, but I just auto-played 2 healing totems and now don't have the food for this still. None of these are creatures, so I can't even use this. This went poorly. This is the first time I feel like my build truly fell apart. That was more damage than I expected. I don't think that went well at all. I could have another cockroach. Resurrect a citizen from your graveyard. As an action. Do I get to choose who? We'll find out. The flower dance. Today the flower dance was held in the town square. It is the favorite part of the summer for many in the kingdom, but word even spread outside the walls and brought people from all over the land. Despite the worries of the threat outside our walls, people found a way to laugh and dance. Some even had a little too much fun. Archer and farmer had to spend all day in the drunk cell. And I gained gold? Oh no! No, they're banished! Shit. Okay, I'll try the nurse. I'll try the nurse. Oh, those damn things. How am I going to go about this? Let's find out from the graveyard to your deck. Do I get to choose? That's the important thing. And I probably want to wait till I have archers, or hopefully till I have archers. Knight. Yeah, play both knights. Get the vendor out there. Rancher, sure. And it is time for the scout. The barbarian, sure. Sure. Sentry drone, yes. Oh, but did I not have another way to gain food now? Because I thought I did need the butcher, apparently. Oh man, I was relying on certain things to an extent I hadn't realized. Alright, you go out there because you'll make something cost nothing. And this... Oh, I'd only do that once. I'm going to do the sentry drone. Because when I activate the nurse, none of you cost 0. Let's do the poison dart frog. But the sentry drone will trigger. He'll gain me back 1 food. So I can draw. But I'm not going to be able to gain food anyways. Draw the sheep. Sure, it doesn't matter. Because I'll play you to sweep my hand. I drew those. Again, knew it was a risk. Knew it might happen. Shit, you've already been triggered? Yeah. I feel like I clogged my deck up too much. I'm not getting the combos I was before. And it's this guy's healing himself up way too much. So it feels like it's falling apart on me a little bit. Yikes. Another archer, I guess? I don't know. It feels silly to add another one. Oh, okay. I only have 1 farmer banished right now. On death. Grab the archer. Oh, right. I only draw 1. My damn altar is deactivated. All right, get both archers out there. This is as a reaction. There's a lot of things that can trigger that. But I am not... oh, my goodness. I really didn't get especially lucky with drawing things that combo or trigger well. Kind of a little something going there, but... Wow. Wow. I probably should have skipped a few more drafts. I had such spectacular combos. Nope. Kingdom has fallen. 4th of summer on year 2. Because I've already been playtesting and things, I have nothing to unlock. There's a handful of unlocks in the demo. Dang, man. Well, over on Steam, there's a playtest. You can play for yourself now. We're desperately seeking feedback from more people. We're very, very excited about how the game's progressing. We're going to wait till there's a soundtrack in place to do a demo, but you can still play and start experimenting with builds right now. I promise you it's a ton of fun, and I only was doing one thing. I was kind of doing like generating food and butchering. But, you could go for a banishing build or a discard build or like a summon build or a regen build or an on-death build or a death and graveyard build. There's so many different ways that you can layer and synergize things together in this game. It's a ton of fun. I'll have a link down below. Check it out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.